Hey guys, Nara here again. I am the Lorton real estate agent, and today I am bringing you Ryan. He's from Transamerica and he's actually a financial advisor. And I will let him introduce himself, but he offers his services not only to us Lorton people, but pretty much everybody else. So, Ryan, hi.
Hello, hello everyone. So as Nara said, my name is Ryan Harrington. Thank you again for having me on your little show here. So I'm a financial advisor with Transamerica Financial Advisors, and I've been doing it for about 4 years now. Originally, my professional career started in the military, so I was an Air Force officer for 8 years, and my last assignment was here in DC. And as I began to transition, I needed to figure out what I was going to do with my life, right? What was I going to do next? And so, having experienced that whole world, I wanted to kind of step back from the government role a little bit and do something for myself, work for myself in my own capacity, be in a position where I could help people and work and interact with people still, and do something where I could problem solve still. I have a math and engineering background. I really like doing that kind of stuff. So put all those things down on a list, and that just kind of backed into financial advice and financial coaching. And so I've really found a nice niche in that market in doing that, because our company, our focus is on middle America, right? The everyday folks, families, new professionals coming into the industry or coming into their jobs and figuring out what they want to do. And most of the financial industry is geared towards corporations or high net worth individuals or the more affluent folks. So I thought it was good to take a different approach to that. And so our approach is very much educational based, right? So we want to understand who people are, what they want out of life. So one of the first things that I'll do when I sit down with people is I'll ask them a bunch of engaging questions about where do you see yourself in 5-10 years? What do you want to do with your life? Questions like, if time and money didn't matter anymore, what would you do? Where would you live? Who would you spend your time with? What kind of things would you do? And so, those questions aren't really meant to figure out a whole concrete plan or path going forward, but just to get people to start thinking about, hey, where do I want to be 10 years? What are the things that are important to me now and important to me later? And what am I doing now to help me get there? Right?
And so if I'm getting this right, so it's not necessarily geared towards what you do. It's not necessarily geared towards with people with a lot of savings who already have it figured out. But for people who are maybe living, maybe not necessarily paycheck to paycheck, but they may need a guidance in terms of where to allocate their funds so that in 10, 15, 20 years they can actually do what they wanted to do, even with the income that they have now? Yeah,
so the vast majority of America, and it's kind of troubling to think about this, but something to the effect of 75% of Americans are, they say, 2 missed paychecks away from living on the street. Right? A lot of people live paycheck to paycheck, and that doesn't necessarily have to be the case if you budget well, if you plan well, if you work with a professional who can help you figure those things out, and kind of give you that peace of mind to say, okay, well, I can save and I can do these things.
Right, it's actually possible.
It is possible.
Yeah, because when you don't know, you don't know. It's actually you don't know what you don't know, right? You just kind of think, okay, I cannot do it, I don't have enough money. But if you start looking at it from the right angle, I'm sure there's something that's kind of hiding in your spending that can be actually saved up and in the long run.
There's a lot of different areas that we can look at. So making sure that you are working efficiently from a tax perspective. There can be tax savings there, or that you are paying off debt that you may have efficiently. If you can do that, there's some savings there. And so my job, I would say, is number one, getting to people to start to plan and think about these things, and number two, help them understand what are all the tools out there that they can use to do those things.
Wonderful. So let me ask you this question, and it's a tricky one. Me as a real estate agent, who do you see more in a better position in terms of financial stability? You know, homeowners or renters? Because that's a debate going on in real estate is that when you own a property, when you own a home, you are in a better financial position overall than if you're just renting. Can you share your thoughts
so
about
if you're thinking about real estate from an investment perspective, purchasing a home is always be over renting, right? So because you are, one, paying into something that is building equity in the home, right? Whereas renting, you're
just throwing money away?
You're just throwing money
or
away.
You're paying somebody else's mortgage.
Right, right. So from our perspective, if somebody's in the position to either rent or buy, we say it's probably more advantageous if you are planning to be there for a while, if you can get the right mortgage rates and all that kind of stuff, to buy.
Yeah,
right.
It just makes better sense.
It just makes better financial sense.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, is there anything that you want to share with us? I know that Ryan does first consultation.
Yeah, so there's a number of things that we provide up front for anybody coming into the door, clients, potential clients. So we offer an educational seminar once a week, the basics of being smart with your money. And that's a free seminar that we offer for anybody that wants that education. The upfront consultation that we have with individuals is complimentary. There's no cost for that. And then the process that we take people through, which is called the financial needs analysis, there's no cost for that or obligation for that either. So one of the things I like to say to people, and I think this gets lost on people, I say that I operate as a fiduciary in the industry, which to me is a big deal.
Yeah.
And I think people are starting to realize how big a deal that is with all the stuff with the Department of Labor and the 401k issues and all that kind of stuff. People are hearing that word more. What that means is by law, I have to operate and make recommendations based on what's the best interest for the client.
Yeah.
Right. Regardless of how that affects me.
Right.
Right. And so I think that's a very important distinction to make between other people. And I'm not saying I'm the only one that operates that way. There's a lot of advisors that do.
Right.
But if you are going to work with a professional, you want somebody in that capacity.
Just like in real estate, once you sign the document that ties you with an agent, if you say you want to buy or sell a house, we are also fiduciary. So I'm also a fiduciary agent to my client. And basically what it means is that our first priority is to make sure our clients' needs. We're working on behalf of our clients' best interest. It doesn't matter what happens to our own interest. It's always our client's best interest first.
Right. Correct.
And not a lot of people understand that. So thank you for clarifying that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So guys, if you want to know when that weekly seminar is, or if you have any questions, or you want Ryan to sit down with you and maybe talk to you and see where he can help you, the contact information for Ryan will be in the end of this video, as well as on the site under the video file. And I am asking Ryan to register his business in the business directory, so you will find him. But worst case, reach out to me. I'll get you guys together. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
This was very good. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Bye, guys.